There's something to be said for when you don't play your best and you still find a way to grind it out and you still find a way to win. And that's exactly what Nebraska did against Rutgers. Yes, Nebraska did come back in the second half. Yes, Nebraska did look better as the game went on. But man, that Rutgers defense is a good defense. Look, this Rutgers team is taking on the personality, especially on defense, of Greg Schiano. Tough, no-nonsense, disciplined football team. They just don't have the skill on offense right now to compete in the Big Ten Conference and specifically in the Big Ten East. But man, that defense dialed in. They were feeding off the energy of the blackout at SHI Stadium in Piscataway. What a great atmosphere. For Rutgers, something you can definitely build on. But man, when I look back at this game, I can't help but think Rutgers, with a few opportunities late in the first half to drive down the field, maybe kick field goals, maybe even get into the end zone, and they failed to do so. But where Rutgers' offense kind of fails, you got to prop up Nebraska's defense a little bit. Nebraska's defense has gotten better. They're getting more pressure on the passer now. They're getting better in the secondary, and they're making more tackles in open space. Now, there were still some plays for Rutgers. Rushes to the outside, short passes to the outside, where it should have been a 2 or 3 yard gain, end up being a first down, getting past 10 or 11 yards past the stick. So they still have some work to do, but I don't think there's any doubt in my mind Nebraska's defense is getting better. You know what still is maybe not getting better for the Cornhuskers is that offensive line. I swear, I'm watching this game. In the second half of this football game, Rutgers is playing on Nebraska's side of the line of scrimmage. They are getting a good pass rush every single time that Casey Thompson goes back to throw. He doesn't have a clean pocket, really, any of his pass attempts. Casey Thompson never really has time to sit, read through all of his progressions. He's got to make quick decisions with the football. If that offensive line can give Casey Thompson time, who knows what this offense can do? Who knows all the guys they can get the ball to in this pass game? That offensive line has got to be shored up for the University of Nebraska here right now. But this Nebraska team, it's a very interesting case study. Because, yes, they didn't play well. They didn't play a complete game, I'd put it that way. Give a lot of credit to Rutgers playing really well at home. But this is a Nebraska team that is considerably better. This is a Nebraska team that is improving under Mickey Joseph as head coach and now Bill Busch as defensive coordinator. Look, the running game wasn't working. And I think Nebraska's offense really works better when Anthony Grant rushes over 100 yards and Anthony Grant has a really good day. But what happens? This is why this is such a big deal. What happens when maybe your best thing on offense isn't there? You got to adjust. You got to compensate for that. And that's what Nebraska did. They made big plays on offense. They made plays on defense down the stretch. You know, Rutgers, if they had an offense, they probably should have won this football game. And I hate to say probably should have won, they should have won, all that stuff. I hate to say that, but man, if Rutgers could decide on a quarterback, I know Noah Vedra was more of a running guy. Evan Simon, I guess he was the passing guy. And obviously Gavin Wimsatt has had some injury problems and some development problems early in fall camp and throughout the first part of the season. They don't really have a quarterback. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. Rutgers doesn't have the skill position. They have the defense. The defense is tough, it's physical, it's hard-nosed. That's how you win the Big Ten Conference, playing defense. But they don't have the skill position players quite yet. It starts with quarterback, and if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. That's kind of the situation that you got in Piscataway, New Jersey. Man, if they could have gone down the field, kicked 1-2 more field goals, it probably would have been enough to win this football game. Rutgers is improving as a football program. You gotta like what Greg Schiano is building right now in Piscataway, New Jersey. But man, you gotta like the way also things are progressing for the University of Nebraska. Look, 2-1, sitting right there at the top of the Big Ten West. I know the meat of the schedule is ahead of the Nebraska Cornhuskers right now, but there's something to be said, especially the culture of this program and how it's been lately. There's something to be said winning and winning close games, because if Nebraska wants to be in the hunt for the Big Ten West towards the end of the season, they're going to have to win close games. You're not going to blow out Purdue. I don't think you're going to blow out Wisconsin. I think they're going to get better under Jim Leonard. You're not going to blow out Michigan. Maybe not even going to beat Michigan. But you know what I'm saying is down the stretch, these games aren't going to be easy. And winning tough. Look, I know it's Rutgers, and Rutgers is an average to below average football team. But winning close games and getting that mental toughness to say, this is the situation and this is what we have to do to come out on top. Having that kind of in your back pocket for these games later in the season against good teams is a good thing to have about Nebraska. Want to hear your thoughts on this game? Leave them in the comments below. Nebraska winning tough. When's the last time you heard that? Rutgers, it's okay. You're going in the right direction. I think they're going to be teetering on bowl eligibility as this season goes along. Once again, want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Big Ten Ted. I'm Big Ten Ted, and we will see you in the next one.